Hello everybody, I just thought I would talk you through some of the GCSE sketchbooks and pieces of work that we have in school. If you choose art at GCSE, it is 60% coursework and 40% exam, and each coursework project has the same requirements. Okay, so you will do a mind map for your theme. You'll move on to do written research about an artist and style of work that we wish to work in. That might cover describing the artist's work, explaining the technique of the artist, and this one all about clay, putting her work into context, and also comparing her work with other artists. So you've got a context and a comparison there. After that, it goes into doing drawings, as you would expect. It's probably the first thing that you expected to see in the sketchbook, but the written work is just as important as the drawings that you do, and so you will find quite a lot of written work throughout the sketchbook. We draw in different media, so we've got a pencil crayon drawing, and we do some quick timed work. We also, when times allow, go to the Sea Life Centre so that we can sketch from primary sources, and primary source work is really, really important. You can work in pastels, chalk pastels and oil pastels are included within this project. We try to work in as many different media as possible. Because they've researched a clay artist, somebody who works in ceramics, they then do designs for a clay piece, and so that's the design page. And those designs were quick designs, and these are then more kind of finished, considered ideas. They look much more 3D, and again, you can see that they've written about the work. They have a practice of the piece of work as a test tile. So this is the test tile that they've done for their clay work. They've tested a range of different things out on it, and when that's been tested, they have done a reviewing and refining piece. And once they've made the piece of work, and this is the final piece for this project, they have then done an evaluation. And every single project has the same. It always has a mind map, research, drawings, design work, reviewing and refining that design work, and then making the final piece and evaluating it. The second project they do is a personal project. And so in this case, the artist in question, which is Chloe Sterling, so I should say thank you to Chloe Sterling for her sketchbook, has chosen people. And she's taken photographs, done drawings from her photographs, and she's researched the work of an artist who does really, really, really detailed drawings. They look like photographs, they're so detailed, and that's what Chloe was aiming for her final piece. So she's practiced the artist's techniques, and then she's got the context section, which is pages of written research, and she's got the comparison section again with pages and pages of written research. She's taken more photographs, and from those photographs she started to think about what she wants to do as a final piece. So you can see she's practicing things on these pages. There's more refinement go on, and so you can see that she's practicing different techniques, or she's taking the same media but she's just trying to use it a little bit more sophisticated in this piece of work. Then we go on to her initial designs, so some quick ideas of what she might do for a final piece, which lead on to more finished designs. After that, we've got some more samples and an evaluation. And if you were at school, you'd be able to see her lovely work up on the wall at the moment. We don't just do drawing and painting. I've showed you some of the clay work already, but we do have people who work in lots of different ways. And so Chloe's clay work looked more like the artist's piece of work. However, when Georgia decided to work, she's gone in a different way completely. She wanted a different sort of style. So she looked at a different artist. And so this is her final piece. Some people want to do wire pieces, and so we've got a wire fish that somebody's made for that same project. And then when you do your personal project, it is your choice. Chloe chose people, but other people have chosen animals. We've got a good example here that's been left in school, luckily, by Kate, who's done a painting piece. And so whatever you decide for your personal project to have as your theme is absolutely fine. You just need to make sure that you are thinking about what works for you. What sorts of things are you interested in? And your Sea Life project and your personal project are your coursework. That's 60% of your overall mark. And your exam isn't that much different from your coursework. It's set out exactly the same. You still need all the same sorts of pieces of work. Your mind map, drawings, research, design work, final piece, evaluation, but you have a really limited amount of time in which to produce it. So we start that in January of year 11 and it's finished for May. And it's finished before the rest of your exams start. Okay, so you won't have anything to revise for art, but you will have a lot of ongoing coursework and practical work all the way throughout the year. If you're somebody who thinks at the moment, well, my drawings aren't quite up to scratch for taking GCSE, one thing I would say is just practice, practice and practice. If you practice, your drawings are going to get better. You're not going to naturally have the skill, okay? We all learn those skills. So if you practice, if you're keen, then it's certainly still an option for you. If you are somebody who likes experimenting, who likes to think out of the box a little bit, then art is definitely something that you could consider. And if you're thinking that, you know, at the end of this, what sort of job might you have? The arts are actually a growing sector for employment. And so it's not something to dismiss thinking you might not be able to get a job at the end of it. It is something that lots of different companies are looking for, creative people. They want people who are able to think for themselves. And art is great for demonstrating that.